The forest of Zithra was unlike anything Captain Alex Rayner had ever seen. Tall, twisting trees stretched high above the ground, their leaves shimmering in colors he could not name. Mist curled between the trunks like soft clouds, and strange bioluminescent plants glowed faintly even under the dim sunlight. He stepped carefully, feeling the soft moss under his boots. Every sound, the rustle of leaves, the distant call of alien creatures, made his senses sharper, alert. Alex's team had landed 3 days ago. The planet was supposed to be a simple cataloging mission: study the flora, record wildlife, gather samples. But from the moment they touched down, the world seemed alive in ways that humans had never imagined. Nothing moved exactly as expected. Nothing behaved predictably. Alex paused to examine a tall, twisting plant with a translucent trunk. He reached out and brushed its surface, noting its soft, almost liquid texture. A faint hum resonated through the air, vibrating gently against his fingertips. "Fascinating," he whispered to himself. "The plant itself seems aware." Suddenly, a faint movement caught his eye. Between the trees, he saw a figure, a girl. She was small, slender, with luminous eyes that seemed to reflect the entire forest. Her skin shimmered with a soft silvery hue, and her hair floated as if underwater. Alex froze. The girl stopped as well. Her gaze locked onto him, and then almost instinctively she took a deep breath, inhaling the air around him. Her eyes widened and she whispered a single phrase: "You were..." Before Alex could react, she turned and vanished into the dense forest like a shadow melting into the mist. He blinked, heart pounding. "Did she just recognize me?" he muttered. No one in his team had encountered intelligent alien life here before, and yet something about the way she reacted was personal, almost familiar. He tried to follow, stepping quietly through the moss and roots. The forest seemed to guide him, opening paths he hadn't noticed before. The scent of strange flowers mixed with something else, something he could not place. It was faint, earthy, almost metallic, and strangely comforting. "Alex, come back," a voice called. It was Lieutenant Mara, his second in command. She had a scanner in her hand, scanning for life signs. "We need to stay together." "I think she wants me to follow," Alex said, his voice low. "I need to know who or what she is." Mara frowned but didn't argue. There was something in Alex's tone that demanded trust. They moved deeper into the forest. Every step was careful, measured. Every shadow could hide a creature, every sound could be a warning. Hours passed, or maybe minutes. Time seemed to stretch in Zithera. Finally, they came to a small clearing, and there she was again, the girl sitting cross-legged on a smooth rock. She was humming softly, a sound that seemed to make the plants around her sway gently. Alex took a cautious step forward. "Hello," he said. "My name is Alex. I mean no harm." The girl tilted her head, eyes wide. You smell like him," she whispered. Her voice was soft, melodic, almost musical. "You were supposed to come." Alex froze. "Supposed to come? Who? What do you mean?" She didn't answer. Instead, she rose and stepped lightly toward him. Her movements were fluid, like water flowing over stones. "Follow me," she said. Against his instincts, Alex did. The forest seemed to bend around them, opening narrow paths that led to a deeper grove. The air was thick with mist and the scent of strange flowers mixed with the same faint metallic smell that had drawn her attention. "I don't understand," Alex said, keeping his voice calm. "How do you know me?" "Have we met before?" She stopped and looked up at him, eyes wide and serious. "Not in this life," she said. "But the air remembers. The ground remembers, and you carry his scent." Alex frowned. "His scent?" "The first human who came here," she said softly. "Long ago, he shaped the forests, the creatures, even the rivers. We've been waiting for someone like you." Alex's mind raced. This planet had never had humans before, or so he had believed. Yet this girl spoke as if humans had walked here centuries ago. His heart pounded with excitement and fear. Was it possible that humans had influenced this world without anyone knowing? "Why me?" he asked. "Why now?" Her eyes softened and she stepped closer. "Because you can help, you can change what is coming." Before Alex could respond, a low growl echoed through the grove. The girl's body tensed instantly. From the mist, a predator emerged. It was massive, its skin armored with dark scales that glimmered in the dim light. Its eyes burned like coals, and its claws dug into the soft moss as it advanced. "Get back," Alex shouted, moving instinctively. He reached for his scanner but realized it would be useless. The creature was too fast, too strong. The girl didn't run. Instead, she raised her hands and the air around her seemed to shimmer. Plants from the forest sprang to life, vines twisting and lashing at the predator. It hissed and roared, but it was slowed. Alex realized she was controlling the forest, communicating with it in ways humans could not. Yet even with her power, she struggled. The creature was relentless. "Stay behind me!" Alex shouted. Without thinking, he grabbed a fallen branch and hurled it with all his strength at the predator. It staggered, giving the girl a moment to strengthen her control. Together, human and alien fought not just with strength but with instinct, understanding, and trust. Slowly, the predator retreated, disappearing into the misty trees. The forest fell silent again. Alex exhaled, heart pounding. "Are you okay?" he asked. She nodded, her chest heaving slightly. "You did well," she said softly. "I knew you would." Alex looked at her, astonished. "Knew I would? How could you possibly know?" She smiled faintly, a glow in her eyes. "Because you carry his courage and his heart. The one who shaped Zithra long ago, I can smell him in you." Alex felt a strange warmth, a feeling he could not describe. It was as if the forest itself approved of him, as if the planet had been waiting, holding its breath for this moment. Hours passed. The sun dipped below the forest canopy, casting long shadows. Alex and the girl sat together in silence, listening to the hum of life around them. Finally, she spoke. "You must rest. There is much to show you, and you will need your strength. Tomorrow you will begin to understand why you were brought here." Alex nodded, still trying to process everything. The forest of Zithra was alive, intelligent, and full of secrets. And now, he realized, humans were not just visitors. They were part of its story. As he settled down for the night, he thought about her words. You were supposed to come. He didn't yet know what it meant, but he felt it deep in his bones. Something was waiting for him here. Something beyond understanding, something that only a human could face. And he knew, without doubt, that he would not turn back. The next morning, the forest of Zithra was quiet, almost too quiet. Mist curled lazily around the trees, and the faint hum of alien plants filled the air. Captain Alex Rayner stretched, rubbing his sore muscles. Last night's encounter with the predator had left him exhausted, but it had also filled him with energy. Something about this planet, its life, and the alien girl, Lyra, awakened a part of him he had never felt before, a connection, a purpose. Lyra approached quietly, her silver hair catching the first rays of sunlight. She moved like a whisper across the mossy ground. "You slept well?" she asked softly. "I did, considering I fought a giant alien predator last night," Alex said, a small smile on his face. "How about you?" "I slept in bursts," she replied. "The forest watches over me, but we cannot stay here. The elders will question you soon," Alex frowned. "Elders?" She nodded, her luminous eyes serious. "My people are cautious. They have rules. They do not trust outsiders easily. You must show them that humans mean no harm." Alex straightened. "Then let's meet them." "I don't want to hide." Lyra led him through narrow paths where vines seemed to part just for them. Birds, or creatures that looked like birds, watched silently from above. Soon they reached a clearing where the ground rose gently, forming natural terraces. At the top stood 3 tall figures, the Therenian elders. Their presence radiated authority, and Alex could feel their eyes studying him. "You are the human," the eldest said, his voice deep and echoing. "Lyra has spoken of you. Why are you here?" Alex stepped forward, keeping his voice calm. "I come in peace. I only wish to learn about your world and share knowledge from mine." "I mean no harm." The elders exchanged glances. "Many humans have come and gone. Some brought destruction, some left without a trace. Why should we trust you?" Alex took a deep breath. "Because I am not them. I cannot change the past. I can only act in the present. And I believe humans and Tyrenians can protect this world together." There was a long silence. Then Lyra spoke. "He is different. He carries the courage of the one who shaped Zithra long ago. I can feel it." The elder's eyes narrowed as if weighing her words against their own centuries of caution. "If what you say is true," the eldest said finally, "then your actions will prove your worth. You must face the challenge of our forest." Alex's heart skipped a beat. "A challenge?" "Yes," the second elder said. "The predator that attacked last night is not alone. A pack hunts the forest now. If you can protect our people in the forest, you will earn our trust." Alex nodded, feeling both fear and excitement. "Then I accept." Lyra led him deeper into the forest to a grove surrounded by tall crystalline trees. The pack of predators waited there, their eyes glowing faintly in the mist. They were larger than any creature Alex had ever seen, with armored hides and long clawed limbs. They hissed and growled, moving with deadly precision. "We must act fast," Lyra said. "I can control the forest, but not them all. We need your mind, your strategy." Alex's mind raced. He looked around and noted the terrain, the twisted roots, the crystalline trees, the moss that covered the ground. He realized they could use it to their advantage. "I have an idea," he said. Together they set a trap. Alex directed Lyra to use vines and roots to slow the predators' movements. He positioned themselves on higher ground, using fallen logs and rocks as barriers. The predators advanced, their movements fast and calculated. But Alex was faster in thought. He hurled rocks and sticks to distract them, while Lyra manipulated the forest, creating walls of twisted vines. The predators attacked, but every strike they made was met with clever human tactics and Lyra's alien control. One predator lunged too close and got caught in a snare of vines. Another slipped on moss Alex had strategically moistened, tumbling into the trap. Hours seemed to pass in moments. Alex and Lyra moved as a team, combining human ingenuity and alien power. Slowly, the predators began to retreat, their numbers dwindling until the forest was silent once more. Breathing heavily, Alex turned to Lyra. "Did we do it?" She nodded, a soft smile lighting her face. "You did more than survive. You led, you protected, you proved yourself." Just then the elders arrived, moving silently through the forest. Their expressions were unreadable. "You have faced the challenge," the eldest said, "and the forest recognizes your courage. You are different from the humans of the past." Alex bowed slightly. "Thank you. I only wanted to help." The third elder, the youngest of the trio, stepped forward. "Your presence here is no coincidence. You carry the scent and spirit of the human who once walked Zithera. We believed no human would come again, and yet, here you are." Alex's chest tightened. I don't fully understand." "Why me? Why now?" Lyra stepped closer, her hand brushing his arm. "Because you have the heart we were waiting for. Courage, compassion, and ingenuity. You remind us of him, the one who shaped Zithera long ago, and now you can help us protect what he created." Alex looked around at the forest, feeling its life pulse through him. He understood now. Humans had a role here, a purpose, and he had been chosen not by chance but by destiny, and perhaps by the recognition of the planet itself. In the following days, Alex worked alongside Lyra and her people. He learned to understand the forest as more than a collection of plants and creatures. It was a living, breathing entity with needs, weaknesses, and defenses. He helped fortify the settlements, designed clever barriers, and even trained some of the younger Thyrenians in human tactics, combining their natural abilities with strategy and foresight. The predators returned, testing the defenses, but each time they were repelled with minimal damage. Alex realized that humans were capable not just of destruction, but of creating harmony with alien life, protecting worlds instead of exploiting them. Lyra watched him during these days, her eyes always soft with curiosity and respect. "You are unlike anyone I have known," she said one evening. "You fight, yes, but you also understand." "That is rare," Alex smiled. "Maybe humans have more to offer than we realize. Or maybe we just rise to the challenges we face." She nodded, her gaze lingering. "You carry the scent of the first human, but also the promise of all humans yet to come. Zithera may have waited centuries, but now it has you." Months passed, and the forest began to thrive more than ever. Alex and Lyra became partners in more than battle. They shared knowledge, laughter, and the quiet joy of understanding a world that seemed impossible to comprehend. The elders, once cautious, now regarded him with trust and even admiration. Finally, the day came when Alex knew he would have to return to his ship. The humans needed reports, and the universe beyond Zithera was still calling him. But he would leave knowing that humans had made a difference here, that courage and heart mattered, and that trust between species could reshape worlds. Lyra walked with him to the edge of the forest. The sun was setting, casting long golden rays through the trees. She turned to him, eyes shining. "You were the one we were waiting for," she whispered, repeating the words she had first said when she smelled his scent. "And you have not disappointed us." Alex smiled, placing a hand lightly on her shoulder. "Neither have you. Zithera is strong because of its people, and its guardians." She nodded. her hair floating softly in the breeze. And now you are part of it too, always. With a final look at the glowing forest, Alex turned and walked back toward his ship, carrying a piece of Zithara's heart with him. He knew that wherever humans went, they could bring courage, hope, and harmony, even to the most alien of worlds. And somewhere in the misty forest, Lyra watched him go, knowing that the human she had recognized would forever change the destiny of Zithara.